What if the most powerful strategy in history required no battle? What if victory could be achieved without lifting a sword, without firing a shot? This is the secret of Sun Tzu, a Chinese general, philosopher, and author of The Art of War. A book written 2,500 years ago that still controls modern politics, business, and even your daily life. Let's go back to ancient China during the spring and autumn period, a world of endless wars between rival states. Every kingdom was desperate for dominance. But while others relied on armies, blood, and chaos, one man understood something deeper. Sun Tzu believed that a true battlefield was not the ground beneath soldiers' feet, but the mind of the enemy. And his most shocking principle was this: the supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting. Imagine that, winning without a single clash of swords. It sounded impossible. Yet Sun Tzu proved it was the ultimate form of power. Sun Tzu's genius was understanding human psychology. He realized that most conflicts are not decided by weapons, but by perception. If you can control how your enemy thinks, you already control the outcome. Think about it. If the enemy believes you are stronger, he will retreat. If he believes he is surrounded, panic will destroy him before you even attack. If he doubts his own leaders, his army collapses from within. Sun Tzu showed that fear, doubt, and perception are stronger than swords. Now, let's fast forward to the modern world. You might think the art of war is only about ancient generals, but look closely. Politics. Politicians rise not by being the strongest, but by controlling narratives. They don't fight every opponent. They make rivals destroy themselves. Business. Tech giants like Apple didn't just build products. They created a perception of superiority so strong that competitors like Nokia or BlackBerry vanished without a direct fight. Daily life, even in personal conflicts, in work, in relationships, those who understand perception often win without arguments, simply by controlling how others view them. Sun Tzu's invisible strategy is alive everywhere. Take Apple's iPhone revolution. Nokia dominated the world of phones. They had more money, more factories, more resources. Apple didn't fight them directly with size or strength. Instead, they used perception. They launched the iPhone as a symbol of status, simplicity, and elegance. Suddenly, owning a Nokia wasn't enough. Within years, Nokia collapsed, not from a war of factories, but from a war of perception. That is Sun Tzu's strategy in action. Subdue the enemy without fighting. Why does this rule still work after 2,500 years? Because human psychology hasn't changed. Fear, doubt, desire, status, they drive us more than logic. Sun Tzu knew that. Fear makes armies surrender before battle. Doubt makes leaders weak. Desire for status makes people buy products they don't need. The real battlefield is always the mind, and those who master perception control the outcome. Now imagine the alternative. Without Sun Tzu's principle, kingdoms fought endless battles. Thousands died. Empires collapsed. But the strategist who mastered perception won faster, cheaper, and with less risk. That is why Sun Tzu's rule is timeless. So, how can you use this today? It's not about leading armies. It's about leadership in your own world. At work, instead of arguing, shape perception. Influence what people believe before the meeting even starts. In relationships, instead of fighting every battle, choose silence strategically. Sometimes the perception of calm gives you more power than words. In business, instead of attacking competitors head-on, position yourself where they look weak and let perception do the work. Remember, you don't already having one. But here's the paradox. If you rely too much on manipulation, people may eventually see through it. Sun Tzu warned, strategy must be subtle, like water flowing around rocks, invisible yet unstoppable. Power that is seen too clearly becomes vulnerable. True power hides in plain sight. Sun Tzu's hidden rule has survived for 25 centuries because it is universal. From emperors to CEOs, from soldiers to politicians, everyone who wins without fighting is following his path. The question is, in your life, are you still fighting battles you don't need to fight? Or are you ready to use Sun Tzu's supreme art to win before the fight even begins? Leave your answer in the comments below. And if you want more secrets of power, psychology, and strategy, subscribe to Strategic Minds.